Radio Rebellion.
I mean, to me, this was the episode. Like
Oh,
episode
really?
6. I mean, I love episode 5, but so far this is my favorite episode of season 2, and I'll put it right there with some of my favorite episodes of season 1. I
Okay.
love episode 6.
Yeah, no. So episode 5 was like like undoubtedly my favorite episode. It's still my favorite episode
Mhm.
of this season. Like,
Yeah,
but like for me, like that was like where everything clicked. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm into this. I like this one. It kind of had a little bit of the last episode was kind of like, and the fight is coming, and this
Mhm.
episode like, and the fight is coming, like
it's almost here. I
so.
get that
But
part. Yeah, I thought the battle was gonna start a little bit early. It basically was the last kind of 5 minutes in this episode. But I love that now, like all the chips are on the table. Eregion, it's about to fall. Like Annatar's manipulation of everyone, it's so obvious. But at the same time, Celebrimbor's kind of internal downfall, it's so sweet to see. But at the same time, you don't want to see. But I knew I was gonna love it. Just that first scene with him talking to the rings, like talking to the rings of men. I wrote it down. He goes like, "Yeah, rings of men, why do you still defy me? You who live not, breathe not, possesses not mind nor will. What pride is woven in your innermost self that you resist my hand?" Because this we've talked about Celebrimbor is he wants to be this bigger than ever elf craftsman out there, and to not be able to decipher the power of those rings for men, and just kind of falling more and more into despair. And then when Annatar comes in, oh, you're just going too far into your mind. Maybe you just want to stay there a little bit longer. You don't want to come out. And oh no, I'm just tired. It's like it's he's working so hard on Celebrimbor to get him to force the 9 rings. I just love that manipulation. But and when Celebrimbor tries to come out of it, he gets pushed more into it. I don't know. I just love that introduction at
for
first.
they were all deceived. Yeah, no, Anatar, what a guy.
Yeah, man. Just talking. Mirdania, I like to call her Mirdania because she's screwing everything up. Poor Celebrimbor forgets her name. She wants to throw him on the table. Annatar keeps getting to her. Oh, don't worry, he's tired, but can I trust you? Can I trust you to tell you something?
Can I
Just
trust you
work.
to screw with your head?
um, but yeah, just poor Celebrimbor forgetting her name, forgetting where he has his hammer. And it's, oh, you mean that hammer over there? It's fine, dude. Just I'll take care of everything else. You'll stay in this room. Don't come out for anything.
No,
I'll
there's
deal.
not a war going out on.
There's nothing to see here. Uh, but I love the way those two play. Like Charlie Vicker as Annatar has been killing, especially these last 2 episodes. But then we get this body thrown into there, some black speech written on the stairs.
Where
Oh,
is he?
where is he? But then you see that smile on his face, like it's yeah, my plan is coming to fruition. So I don't know. I just love all that. And
He
then he runs out to get more mithril, and we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Anatar is again like it's so obvious everything that he's doing, but like again, like with everything in the world, like a lot of corruption happens in our face, and we're like, oh, I wonder what that really means.
Yeah. We'll go back to because he goes out to get mithril. They run out of mithril. They can't make any more rings. So we'll talk about his scene with the dwarves in a minute, which I love also. And oh, you call me father? No, no, it wasn't me. It was him. And he comes out of the shadows. But he comes back with the mithril, and then that's when the war starts. Right? They start attacking Eregion, and that's why Celebrimbor. Oh, I heard the warning horn or something. He said, no, no, we're fine. Come on, friend, keep working.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what I need to do, and just pushes him. And he's like, don't touch me. He just grabs him like, I'm done dealing with you. Just make me the 9 rings. Celebrimbor's like, let me go, friend. I gotta go watch out. I
Friend.
love, yeah, friend. Love again. You gotta love the actor. That little turn to get into his head. Come on, that was one of the
Yeah,
coolest scenes in a long time. As soon as he walks out,
when he
people dancing and
people running for their lives.
yeah. No, before that, when Celebrimbor walks out and it's just sunshines and
Oh no, no, no! But
rainbows out.
I love the twist. Like, and I wish we had a shot of from the point of view of the people, like they're running for their lives, and Celebrimbor is like,
Yeah. I thought we were gonna get it before we do the switch from daylight to nighttime, which was a great scene, and as we know now, was done in camera with just movie magic, I guess you should call it.
movie magic.
But again, it's the power of Annatar. Like Adar says later, he just bores a hole into you and then just gets in there, and there's no way that you can get him out.
Hey, but
and then yeah,
you know what I'm liking about the show, and it's there's something about Lord of the Rings that I think it's powerful, where we feel the stakes of the ring, but we have no idea what the ring actually does, and I don't really want that answer, but the show is giving us hints at what the ring is and why it's so addictive and why it's so powerful and corrupting. And then in the other side, like, we're afraid of Sauron, but we never even see him, like, because he's dead. And the actually the threat is that he might come back, and that his mouth is there and his eye is there.
He's been dead for 1,000 years or whatever, and Galadriel is trying to kill him. He's not doing anything. Halbrand just wanted to be left alone.
But again, like, it's like this. The show is like providing more context for the Lord of the Rings story, but it's not ruining like the mysticism of it. We're seeing why Sauron is so powerful and why he's so dangerous, but we're not really getting into like the explanations. Like, specifically, it's more like giving us context for it, I think.
Yeah, it's like, I killed him because I hit him with the crown, but yeah, I didn't. He's still alive as a blood venom. How? We don't care. He just survived. He's out there. But also love, again, just kind of finishing up with his manipulation of Celebrimbor, how Celebrimbor's vanity, I guess, gets the best of him when he gives him Feanor's hammer. Like, here, you need the hammer of the person that created the Silmarils, your greatest idol that you want to surpass. Here, use his hammer to finish. Oh, yes, thank you. I'll take it. He knows how to play him like a fiddle out there. It's great to see it. It's like, we know, we said it before, we know what's going to happen. It's great to see it, and you want to pull Celebrimbor out of it, but great scene.
Wonderful idiot.
And then we talk about it turns to night, everyone's running, and then he walks out to see all the army of orcs at his doorstep. He's like, I don't even have to raise my own army. They brought them to me. So.
Yep. And cut to that scene of Galadriel.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about Adar and Galadriel. I'll come back to talk about the stranger and Tom Bombadil. About they're having a nice lunch. Adar and Galadriel, just like Vader in Empire Strikes Back, just having a lunch there when the rebels walk in.
I actually like that scene. It's like,
it was a great scene.
We're hanging out together.
Sang it out. She wasn't.
He removes her shackles.
Yeah, he puts them back when he is gonna leave. But I love, again, Adar is an orc, right? No, I'm an Uruk. But he makes so much sense. I think that's one of the great things about this show. Like you mentioned, Sauron's evil. We need to kill him. Why? And I don't know, because he hasn't really done anything bad. But Adar on the other side has some great points. When he's talking about, he gave you everything that you wanted. He promised you an army, he gave you. He promised me children, he gave them to me. So everything that we wanted, that we desired, he gave them to us. And I love that is when Galadriel's like, oh yeah, Elrond has my ring. He's bringing it back. He has an army. We're going to kill Sauron. Okay. Is your High King going to let us be free and go to Mordor and just be happy? Or he's going to kill us? Because that's a powerful question that Galadriel doesn't have an answer to.
Yeah, and very real world. Like, what does victory actually look like, Galadriel? Like, really? Hey, to be honest, I think if they helped, like, they would be granted a land somewhere.
Just give a couple of acres. Yeah, just they have high trees. Just put a bunch of trees out there to block out the sun. Yep. The Uruk will be fine. But yes, it basically says he has Morgoth crown, which I love seeing. I love every time they bring all these things from the Silmaril, they bring Morgoth crown, and they mention the Silmarils that used to be attached to it before they were removed. And then he wants to use the crown plus Galadriel's ring to finally defeat Sauron. Then, you just tell me what I want to hear, so I give you more answers or tell you what you want. You already told me enough. I know who has your ring. I know when he's coming, so thank you.
Yeah.
Galadriel at the same time needs to maybe have a lawyer present when she talks to people. Someone to tell her, hey, chill out for a little bit. You're getting too much.
She then comes to the realization, like, wait, this is like all his plan. Like, that's what because it clicks on her, like, why would he want us to come if he has no army? And she's like, oh crap, that's why.
Yeah. And that, I think that's going to come into play later, because we saw that main orc, Glug, or whatever his name is, kind of look back at Galadriel when she said that. Kind of, oh no, what's going on?
Yeah.
And before that, we saw that 3 orcs kind of say, hey, we're not going to die because Adar is searching for ghosts. We're just going to head out. That's when Arondir comes out, has a great kick-ass scene at the beginning.
Yep. And Nori comes back, right?
Sorry?
He doesn't come back after that, right?
No, so he kills the 3 orcs and sees that one of them has a map or something, which is a map of a region. Yeah. I think that's how he knows that now he's on his way over there.
Yeah, I think that was just there for us to know how he's still in the next episode.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't bring Theo with him. But Isildur. He could bring Isildur.
Where's Isildur? He's with I forgot her name.
I really doubt Arondir is gonna show up alone.
I think so, dude. I think.
Really?
You know what I love about that scene? And I'm not one to talk about parallels and how this meshes with that, but in season 1, it was the opposite. Like, Arondir was trying to help the people of the Southland. He was hunkered down in their town, trying to hold out as long as he could for help to show up, which eventually they did. And this time, he's the one going out there to help others. Again, he's not bringing an army, maybe just him. But he's just going to show up in the middle of the fight and be kind of that turn on the tide somehow. So.
That fight episode from season 1 was so good. And of course, it ended with the Mount Doom thing. Yeah. The standard is high for this one, so we'll see.
Closest you can get to Great Jedi. Because elves are these mystical, magical beings. We think they're always good. They want what's best for everyone. But they'll kill people. They don't care. They'll kill orcs. They'll kill humans.
Alberto, I'm going to say something. Elves are not Jedi. Elves are Americans. They colonize places. They say they're going to leave. They stay there for years and years and years and don't leave.
They give you a little island in the middle of the ocean so you can't run out. You need to be grateful for
everyone sees them as gods for some reason. They see themselves as gods for some reason, and everyone also hates them. So get it?
Do you get it? This is Doctor Who now.
Do you get it, Ruby? Do you get it, Ruby?
I want to go back and watch season 8.
I've been having a Doctor Who spine that I need to scratch.
Yeah, and some withdrawal. You need to get back into it.
Yeah, I want to watch the Matt Smith all the way to Capaldi, but I also want to watch from 9. So I don't know.
I'm thinking. Sorry, we're going off script again. I maybe want to do a Capaldi rewatch because I've only watched his run once. When I did my whole rewatch, I think I want to go back and give him more of a chance because now everything I think is about Capaldi, and I didn't give him that much of a chance when I watch it.
His run, like the Clara episodes are just phenomenal.
Yeah,
and the Bill episodes aren't great, but the ending of Bill's story is like those 2 episodes are awesome.
Yeah,
and it's heartbreaking.
That spaceship or space station with decades and years passing, and for one, it's just Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
Missy. Doctor Who.
We're gonna get back on track,
baby.
It's so great. The Stranger and Tom Bombadil having their Luke and Yoda moment for me.
So okay, you put this on Twitter, and I was like, here we go, Alberto connecting things that don't connect. And when I saw, I was like, oh, this is exactly like it back.
It's the same thing, 100%.
It's your friends or your destiny.
But it's a great line. But see, same as Luke, having this vision of Nori dying. Tom Bombadil starts talking about the order of the secret fire, and the stranger's like, "Oh, I gotta master the fire." And Tom Bombadil, "You master the fire? What the hell are you talking
Crazy?
about? You failed every single test. You fail one more, and you're done. The fate of the universe is done. You suck at this, and you wanna master the fire? Shut up! Just follow old Tom. I'm getting my wizard hat on and my blue coat, and we're going. We're gonna go search for your staff."
They're
but I
still
love,
looking for the staff.
and I got a theory for you. When we talk about the tours, I want to get to it. So they go to this open valley filled with dead trees. I say, "Oh, the dark wizard found his staff here, so go look for it. It's gonna take me weeks and months or whatever." You have the whole time of the world. You have someplace else to be, basically. And it's like, well, my friends are about to die, so it's a little bit important. And then he gives in the line, many that die deserve to live. Some that live deserve death. Who are you to give it to them? Which again goes another nod to, this is Gandalf. This is Gandalf as a student learning to be the master. I mentioned last week that I love that we have this extremely powerful wizard in this stranger that's still learning. He doesn't know how to control his powers and all these sorts. He needs his master in Tom Bombadil to teach him how to wield the secret fire.
I really hope they just rip the Band-Aid. Like, we all know. Like,
do you think
keeping it a mystery for surprise reveal near the end of the show, like, unless he's Saruman or someone else, which seems unlikely, like everything is pointing to the fact that he's Gandalf.
I think by the end of this season, this going to be too obvious. Like I think he's getting at least his hat or something. It's like, come on, it's obviously there. But I think by the end of this season, it's going to be, that's Gandalf.
Maybe he sees his name. Oh, what's his name? Oh, I think it says Gandalf or something. just do it. Come on.
Just do it.
We you guys know. We know. Just do it.
I think they're going to reveal it at some point. And it can be either, they might say Mithrandir, if an elf sees him, Olorin, I think is his original name, or Gandalf. So we have three names to throw out there for people to know. I think we'll get at least one. But then it's turn away now, and you can never again return to this path. And I said, "Oh, I can just come back." And Bomba is like, "No, we're done. Like, this is your last."
I'm leaving.
Yeah, and he freaking left. It's like, "You're friends of your destiny," and then he's freaking gone. What is he choosing? Is he going to his friends or his destiny? Or is it the same?
It's the same.
All right. Which is his friends.
If it's Gandalf, it's the same, because if it's Gandalf, he's gonna save his friends, and if it's Gandalf, then we know he's gonna fulfill his destiny and go to Valinor at the end.
Go to Valinor. So let's jump. I was gonna leave the Harfoots for the end, but let's jump there to the Harfoots and the Stewards. We get this great story with Gundabel, I think is the matriarch out there, talking to Nori about this great tree. I forgot the name of the tree that she says. How she's tended friends since she was young. She got married there. She buried her husband there the year before. And this is not just our home, or this is not just a place that we live. This is our home, which is the opposite of Nori, because they don't have a home. They keep moving and moving and moving. So it was a great emotional scene, gave us more into the life of the Stewards and also kind of Nori's destiny now, which is gonna, I guess, move them to what eventually is going to be the Shire.
The Shire.
So I think the Dark Wizard and the Knights of Ren, the Knights of Rune, are gonna come out and destroy. Yeah, the Nile are gonna destroy everything there, including the tree.
Yeah,
and they're gonna have to move.
Yep. I think that was heavily hinted at.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I'm not.
We're never moving.
You're moving. Poppy got some action with Mary Mac nothing or nobody. That was cool. But this is my theory, because I had a different theory and just thinking about it yesterday. I think that tree is gonna be destroyed or knocked down, and that's where the stranger is getting his stuff from. It's from that tree in the Stewart village. And that's why his destiny is tied to saving Nori. I think it's all connected.
And then he gets it, and Bombadil shows up like, good job, baby.
Good job. You got it. And because when 2 episodes ago. I don't think we talked about it. Maybe we did. When Nori is talking to Gundabel, and she's, oh, we find this giant. Is he like an elf? No, it's not an elf. Oh, it's a grand elf, like a grand elf. Grand elf. Yeah, I think all that's gonna happen, and that's when we'll get also the name reveal. I think all is in the storyline.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
All right. Ote, did you know that the sea is always right, even when they want to kill you?
Apparently.
Númenor, man. On one end, I hate it. On the other hand,
and make all of Númenor great again.
But the only traitor here is you bastard. Dude, you gotta love Elendil. You gotta love Miriel. That love story there. It was great. I mean, renounce your crimes and swear fealty to Pharazôn. And I'm like, is he going to do it because Miriel told him to, hey, you gotta chill out. We need you. When he said, yeah, I denounce my crimes. Okay, dude, swear fealty to Pharazôn. It's like, I do not, and you're the traitor here. Because Queen Miriel is the rightful ruler. You gotta love him. You gotta love his passion. He's the one true king.
Queen Miriel, she's a 5. She's a 5.
I would never.
She's blind.
Yeah,
she shows white. I shows red.
What's her? Give me 1 second. Hey, Aryan, much younger, much better. So now let the Vala decide. They love the old way so much and the faithful. Let's let the Vala decide. But the trial of the sea, trial by abyss, I should say. They got the sea worm that's gonna eat you. It's the Kraken / Godzilla coming to destroy you.
Yeah. By the way, I kind of hope. I don't hope like it's not gonna happen, but there's a side of me that wish that this show was just like a political thriller in Númenor, like the machinations of everything that's going on.
Dude, I love it because I mentioned last week we're using the fantasy realm, Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. You have all these different families vying for control of the Seven Kingdoms. Here's just one thing, one little place, and all the politics that go into it. We don't get a lot, but what we get is great.
Oh, dude, can we talk about Pharazôn using the Palantir?
Yeah, because he's pissed when the sea worm spits out Miriel, which again, let's talk about the Palantir. There's just one thing I want to come back to. He's so freaking angry. You can see it in his face. Like, crap, this came back in my face. He goes straight to using the Palantir. Yeah. Fucking hypocrite.
I was like, bro, you just cracked my screen. Like when the Palantir starts like.
He's a fucking freaking hypocrite. But you knew what's gonna happen sooner or later. And of course, he sees Sauron, sees the destruction of the world. So we'll see where that goes.
All right, he does see everything. Oh, yeah. God.
Hey, Aryan comes to talk to her father. For a minute, you think they're gonna get reconciled. Just put your pride aside. And he's like, if after all this, the only thing you see is pride, then we have nothing else to talk.
Your hatred for him will turn on me. Oh my! Shut up!
Just shut up! I'm just glad.
Go back to your bitch boyfriend. Like,
Kemi, who got bitch slapped by Pharazôn, like, shut up, boy! You've done enough already. Just get out of my face. Even though you did exactly what I told you to do, but get out of my face with it. But then Miro comes in, and he's big. No, you're the true ruler. You're the true heir. And I love this. Then I'd rather die with a heart that is whole instead of one that is broken with cowardice. It's very similar to people say, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. But I love the way here he's talking, no, my heart and my love for you and for what's going here is more important than my life. And then she hits him back with, but what about my heart? And the romantic in me gets like, why can't they just be happy? Just let the two of them be happy. Find Isildur somewhere in Middle Earth, and then just start a family, and nothing else bad is going to happen to them.
I mean, you know that's not going to happen. He's going to die fighting Sauron.
Yeah, and hey, spoilers for the end of the show. And I think that's
spoilers for the first scene of the movie.
yes, it's like watching Rogue One and A New Hope.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
So,
Isildur's gonna have the ring. Spoilers.
spoiler: he's not gonna destroy it. Elrond, he tries so hard to get this ring destroyed.
There's this hobbit creature that's gonna get the ring, and he's gonna have 2 more movies at some point, apparently.
Yeah, some guy, some weird guy. So I think that scene from when Elendil touches the Palantir a couple of episodes ago, and he talks about being in the horse and just going away from the city. I think that's gonna be, I'm guessing, next episode, him leaving Númenor. I think he's gonna leave Númenor. I don't know if he'll have Mira with him or just by himself, but he's leaving Númenor, going to Middle Earth, hopefully finding Isildur at some point.
We'll see.
All right, so let's finish up with the only part that I'm like, let's get something else. It's the dwarves. I like the dwarves. I like Disa. I like Durin. I don't know. It's just getting stretched too long for me, whatever's going on. I think they could do something else if it was King Durin and the other dwarves king coming to claim the rings, and then there's some struggle there. I don't know.
I'm gonna push back. I think the Durins is one of my favorite plot lines going on. Like,
okay.
I love Prince Durin, and that clash with his father I really like. Like, I love that scene in the previous episode when he comes back with the thing to his wife and Disa, and she's like, come on, he's like, I swear to God that I tried.
Last episode I enjoyed it. This episode I'm like, maybe it's everything else that was going on. I just wanted to get back to it. I enjoyed last week with the dwarves more. But I love seeing King Durin's again just fall down that rabbit hole of the ring. Like you said, we don't know really what the rings do, but we're seeing the effects that it has on people. Just like I said, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And we saw it last week. We see all the gold now being thrown at his feet. And when Annatar shows up, no, we're not going to give you anything now. He's going to come back. And then we're going to be able to sell it for basically twice the price, because there's war coming and the army that has weapons and armor mithril are going to be in charge. And then we can charge everything that we want. And Prince Durin is like, what's gotten into you? Like, take that ring off. Get the hell away from me, boy.
Yep.
But I love that Annatar scene just showing up, the Balrog in the fire, so he knows there's a Balrog down there. It's gonna unleash hell in a couple of episodes.
Like,
yeah.
Do you think? Yeah, I think we're gonna see that.
We're obviously getting something with the Balrog. I don't know how deep it'll go into. Mountain Pond saying how deep they'll go into. I don't know if the Balrog is coming out and destroying everything. Well, maybe. I don't know. They've been hinting at it with Disa singing a couple of episodes ago and now this week. So.
Yep.
Oh, and I love when King Durin is saying, "Oh, I'm under control. I'm fine with this ring." And he's like, "No, that ring doesn't belong to you. You belong to the ring." Like he knows the ring is controlling him. So I did enjoy that part.
Yep.
And then we had Disa and him just standing firm, so they don't keep digging down there. All right, okay, so 2 episodes left. I was going to ask about Adar, if he survives this season. We talked about it. Do you think, will the 9 be finished this season? Yeah. Who's walking out with them? Is Annatar walking out with them by the end of this season? Not giving them to men, that will be hopefully season 3. Or the 9 still in Eregion by the end of this?
No, I think they'll still be in Eregion. The answer to that is probably available.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah, I think if you go on some wikis, you'll find the answer to
that. Yeah, no. But again, the show can change it.
But like the whole thing with the One Ring is that Sauron forged it himself. So I think we need that separation still.
But